Oh, great. Okay. Welcome, everyone, to our HURA board meeting. It's January 12th. Let's see, can we have a roll call?
Rhonda Mitchell,
Here?
Steve Meyer, Colin Meehan,
Here.
Michael Thayer,
Here.
Randy McIntyre,
Here.
Matt Roeder,
Here.
Joy Richards.
Here. All right, let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and join by reading us in the pledge today.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Are there any additions or corrections to the meeting?
Yes, we were going to remove under new business item 2 and bring it back in February.
Okay. Any other additions or corrections?
Nope.
Hearing none, can I call for conflict of interest for the agenda item? Hearing none, are there any visitors or public comments?
Nobody here. Lisa's here.
Lisa from the city is here, but she's shaking her
Do you
head.
want to say anything to us? That's unusual, but we'll let that slide. All right, let's talk about our consent calendar. Is there any discussion? Do I hear a motion?
Move to accept the consent calendar.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any other questions or discussion? Could we have a roll call?
Rhonda Mitchell,
Yes.
Colin Meehan,
Yes.
Michael Thayer,
Yes.
Randy McIntyre,
Yes.
Matt Roeder,
Yes.
Joy Richards.
Yes.
Great. Melissa put together a meeting calendar for us for our review and approval. And Melissa, there was only one date really changed in October where our meeting fell on a holiday, correct?
Correct. So we've moved that one to the third Monday. That's the same day that the city has planning and zoning at 5, so we just need to get out of here by 4:30 or so.
Okay, we can meet that criteria. This is an action item. Do I have a motion?
I so move that we accept the Hayden Urban Renewal Agency meeting dates for 2026.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Can I have a roll call vote, please?
Rhonda Mitchell,
Yes.
Colin Meehan,
Yes.
Michael Thayer,
Yes.
Randy McIntyre,
Yes.
Matt Roeder,
Yes.
Joy Richards.
Yes.
Great, thank you, everyone. Okay, number 2 is scratch. Number 3, Melissa, do you want to have some discussion about the approval of our policy number 1? Accounting
Yes.
and financial procedures.
Right, so as we work through the audit with our auditor, they made this suggestion that we formalize our procedures now that we're kind of independent from the city. Before, the city was helping us manage the financial side of HURA. Just to kind of get everything, it doesn't have to be complicated, and this isn't complicated, but just to kind of list who's doing what and what are the procedures to make sure that things are transparent and clear. And then also, if we have any staff turnover, there's something to point to, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And so they suggested this. I drafted something up, had our bookkeeper, Brenda, take a look at it, and then Pete and Rhonda also went through it. And so they also suggested, you may have noticed, that we have a board member sign the consent, the financial packet in the consent calendar. So, and that's just another check and balance that somebody else, even though we put it in the packet every time, that somebody else has also kind of approved this. So that's one of the procedures here. So if there's any questions, let me know, but this is what we came up with. This is what we do anyway. This is just kind of putting it to paper. Is that, Lindsay's involved every month in this too. That's pretty much, yeah.
So I do have a question. Are we now, and probably have been for a while, completely separated from the city's finance department?
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing,
Yeah, for about this time last year is when we transitioned out of there. Yeah.
so then who actually does who keeps the numbers in the accounts? Is it our computer here at the city, or do we have a separate?
It's separate. Brenda, our bookkeeper, has it all in QuickBooks.
Okay, so it's held by her.
Yep.
Okay, so
And Lindsay and I work just really closely with her. We still download like the statements from the bank. Like there, we've made it so that no one person has like access to everything, you know. So she does that. She does the checks. Lindsay downloads the bank statements. I have access if like Lindsay weren't here anymore. I also have access to do that. So we've tried to put these checks and balances in place.
So there was a court case years ago, Hart v. Rexburg, and the outcome of that is that the urban renewal district is not an alter ego of a municipality. And so this, by separating it like that, it makes it even cleaner. So it's a good idea.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, it's been a good thing because it just makes us more aware of everything, you know, that's going on too. And so I mean, I feel like I have a better handle of where we're at with the finance packet every month than I did before. You know, I had a lot of trust in the city staff, and they deserve that trust. But now I think it's just we're all three kind of a lot more aware of everything that's going on. So
I don't know if you noticed, every month in the packets now, there's reconciliation done, and that's done by our bookkeeper. So that's another check and balance that we never had previous.
yep, and that's the part that they recommended that a board member sign that. So she does the reconciliation, and then now somebody will sign that. Again, just super transparent. I think it's more transparent than it's ever been. And she's been great. The bookkeeper has been really great. And if she has a question about how she should, sometimes we get invoices for things that were actually done in the previous fiscal year, and she immediately calls and talks to them about how should I enter this in so that it's all done correctly. And it's great because that's not my world, so it's great to have somebody with that expertise helping out.
Do I have oh, I'm sorry, is there another question?
Oh, is it your plan, Lindsay, that you'd bring a copy of the reconciliation for one of us to sign after we've approved it each month?
Yeah, it's in the
Or we
packet.
just grab the one up
Yeah,
there?
and just sign it, and then we'll put that electronically together on our end.
And this has been going very smoothly and done very well. So we're very pleased. So this is an action item. Do I have a motion?
I move to approve the accounting and financial procedures policy.
I second it.
Been, moved and seconded. Is there any other discussion? Okay, let's have a roll call vote, please.
Rhonda Mitchell,
Yes.
Colin Meehan,
Yes.
Michael Thayer,
Yes.
Randy McIntyre,
Yes.
Matt Roeder,
Yes.
Joy Richards.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, Melissa, to you, the executive director's report.
Yeah, so no new OPAs or anything. The Civic Center is, you know, we took that off the agenda this time just so that we can kind of make sure we're stepping through this all correctly. And then Pete was sick today and had some questions, and so we felt like there's no point in rushing, making sure that we're getting kind of all the ducks in the row. But we are planning on getting them on board to do what we discussed, being like a 15-ish% set, and then getting the CMGC contractor on board so that they're a part of the team the whole way through the design. And so we still anticipate that this is going to require a lot of coordination meetings with HURA, the city, and the senior center to just kind of work through all of that. And then I thought that maybe that Lisa's here, sorry, that the city was going to maybe work with the architect on some space needs stuff.
I can certainly jump in if you want.
Yeah, sure.
So I've been working with a person at Bernardo Willis, and he's had some family issues come up, and so
Okay.
we've just, with the holidays, not been able to connect.
Okay.
But it's still my intention to try to work that out over the coming, hopefully, weeks. But
Okay.
as of right now, because of schedules and holidays and their personal issues, we haven't connected.
Okay. So that's that's also good, maybe, to just put this off for 1 month, is to get some of these things worked out. So any questions on that? Okay. The expansion is all passed, and the ordinance is recorded with the county, and the plan amendment is on our website, and so everyone can kind of, thumbs up to everyone involved, because that was, quite the undertaking, and we made it, and so yeah, there we go. So that's all official.
Do we have any timeline from the city as to sort of what's next on their sort of target list for asks?
Yes. So they did contact me. They're finishing up the plans for Government Way and Miles that a couple of years ago, before I was here, so maybe 3 years ago, the plans were to a 90% mark, but then realized that they needed right-of-way, which was part of this expansion, right? Well, if we need to expand for right-of-way at this intersection and we can only do it once, what should, it kind of was what started it all. And so they called and talked to me. I pulled out the agreement. It doesn't look like we need to amend that agreement for them to finish up the design drawings. We also went back through the tracking spreadsheet, and we haven't reimbursed them for the total amount that was originally in the agreement. So we're good to go on that. So that, I think they're restarting. And then they've got a couple other projects that I think they were talking to me, and we were kind of figuring out how to approach getting those projects designed and getting agreements together with HURA. Yeah.
I don't know if you'll let me entertain an interjection. It's our intention to get you guys a plan, working with our staff and resource allocations of where people are at, where they're going, and how their time can be purposed on this type of these projects. But it's our hope that we'll be able to give you guys some plans on all of the intersections over the course of the next few months. So we're actively engaged in thinking about how we can move along each of those projects in each intersection this next coming year.
Yeah, 314.
Stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that Steve has joined us.
Oh, hey bud. Hope you're feeling
So make
okay.
sure we add him to our attendance. Hi Steve, welcome. Go ahead, Melissa, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Yeah, Lindsay and I were noticing that he was on as well. So I think that's probably it on the expansion. I think the city's just getting their ducks in a row and has intentions of moving as many of those projects that were listed in the plan amendment forward, at least into design. On 58 East Orchard, no updates. The property management company called and said that the renters had a desire to have a longer lease, But I told him that that probably wasn't something that we were too interested in, given that we were starting to move forward with this project. And so they just have year to year right now, and so may as well just keep that. I mean, month to month. I mean, I don't even think that, yeah. And so, and then just sometimes the communication is interesting. Back in August, their air conditioning broke, and we gave them the, you know, the go ahead to fix it, and then never heard anything and couldn't get anything out of them. Well, we got the invoice now, so, and it was for work done in August, so it got fixed, and that was one of the things where Brenda was figuring out how to put this in our books correctly, since we're paying it in this fiscal year, but it was for work. So anyway, so that's all squared away, and then we're actively working with the auditor on information they need. I mean, I think we're getting really close, just a few pieces that we're still working with them on. And then our annual report will be at the next meeting, and that, if you remember, is we have to do a presentation, we have to notice it, and then we have to submit it by March 31st. So we'll prepare that and be ready for that. And I don't have any kind of an update on the Come Together Bench program, I assume because it's winter and they haven't probably been able to install anything yet.
I certainly can get one, the same one I'm gonna get council.
Okay.
So we have the benches, they're actually stored back here, which is one of the reasons we can't do any work back there until those benches are out. They're doing a call to artists right now, or working on a call to artists to try to get some of those painted, and if we cannot get that done, we will likely move or pivot to some other form of getting them painted and then installed sometime over the course of the next spring, summer months. So. But if you'll notice, if you drive down Government Way and some just off of Government Way, you'll see that the city has paid for all of the bench sites to be prepped. So they're all prepped, ready to go for all the benches to be installed once they're there. And that money was donated to us by Hayden Homes. They gave us $10,000 to complete that project, and so we've got them all ready. We're just waiting on the painting, and then installation will happen. So.
I have a question. Will the benches be nailed down or locked down onto the concrete pad so they can't be taken?
They'll be attached likely with bolts of sorts. So I'm happy to answer any questions, but that's where we're at. If you can, as you're driving north on Government Way, the first bench site that was prepped was there right in front of Cafe Meister. There's a spot where it's the most obvious one because it had to build into the retaining wall there. So you can kind of see that spot there. And again, 9 of them were fixed, so we're ready to go as soon as they're ready to be installed or placed. The sites are all ready.
And that's all I had on my report. I was hoping, Steve, if you attended that ULI conference, if you had any report on that.
Yes, I attended. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
It was in San Francisco. There were about 5,000 people. We went on 2.5 days. Lots of choices of sessions to attend. I would say that the attitude amongst the people I talked to was subdued. A lot of conversation, a lot of presentations about affordable housing, and nobody seems to have a solution that checks all the boxes. And in many respects, they're kind of like our situation in Cook County, where the Miracle on Britain Street project has been successful in that homes have been built and sold to people under resale limitations, but the model is not sustainable without private philanthropy to support it. There's a similar project with Habitat slightly different financial model, and those kinds of procedures are being tested in other communities. There doesn't seem to be much of an appetite in our community, in Hayden, for smaller, more affordable houses. You know, I'm not sure that's a fair statement. There certainly is a local community of people who want all big houses and no small houses. I don't know if that's very responsible or not. That's a different discussion. A lot of uncertainty at the ULI conference about this coming year because of the rapid changes in policy from Washington, D.C., and that does not seem to be abating at all. And people are all sharing concerns because it's very difficult to make investment decisions for communities where the source of the grant to the city, like ours, is uncertain or the rules keep changing. It makes it very difficult to plan. There were a lot of capable people, a lot of good presentations. I found it helpful and worthwhile. And if you have any particular question, I'll try to answer it.
No, doesn't sound like it.
Thanks, Steve.
Sure. If others of you are so inclined, why, to want to attend, I'd be happy to talk with you personally about it.
Thanks.
Great conference. Any other items that we'd like to discuss before adjournment?
Nope.
Well, everyone's quiet today.
This is Melissa or Rhonda. Do you have anything recently from the other Rhonda at the senior center? Did you already address that before I arrived?
No, nothing new really. Just eager to, get kind of working with the architect, which we before you arrived, we did delay approving that contract till February. We've got some things to work out first. So, but I mean, no, nothing with the holidays and stuff. I really didn't connect with them much.
Okay. And before I leave, there's something here I want to show you. When I left on Sunday, it was raining and on the snow. But here, it's
Oh, stop!
Thanks a lot.
It's not fair.
Beautiful.
Well, it's not fair that you're not feeling well when you got that view.
I know. Wow.
Enjoy. That's beautiful.
I was wondering
All
why
right,
it doesn't
everyone,
white
thank you so
Yeah.
much for coming today. I look forward to our next meeting. And does anyone want to recommend adjournment?
I move that we adjourn.
Second.
All right, so moved.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.